Am I the A.H for telling my wife she was overreacting about our restaurant seating? So this happened last weekend. My wife and I finally got a night out. No toddler, no chaos, just an actual date. My sister was watching our 2-year-old, so we were determined to enjoy the evening. Earlier that afternoon I had been out with some friends, so I asked my wife to handle the reservation. A little while later she texted that everything was booked and we were good to go. We get to the restaurant, the host leads us to a table, and right away my wife quietly tells me, I asked for a window seat when I made the reservation. Apparently the woman on the phone told her they'd make a note of it. But according to the host, there was no note, no record of that request, and all the window tables were occupied. He asked if we could sit at this table for now and he would try to move us if one opened up. Honestly, the table was perfectly fine. I'm not picky about that stuff, so I told her it didn't bother me. A few minutes in, my wife notices a couple being led to a window table. She immediately whispers, "We were here first." I said something like, "It's fine, let's just enjoy the night." But when the same host walked by, she stopped him and mentioned that someone else had just taken a window seat even though she'd requested it first. He said he'd check again and walked off. The moment he left, I quietly told her, "Babe, it's our date night. Let's not be difficult about this." I didn't say it in a rude tone, and definitely not loud enough for staff to hear, but she insisted she wasn't being difficult, just asking them to honor what they promised. A few minutes later the host returned and moved us to a window table. Dinner went great. We laughed, talked, enjoyed our time. But later that night, when we were getting ready for bed, she suddenly brought it up. She said, it was a nice night, even though I was apparently being difficult. She wasn't furious, but she clearly wasn't thrilled. I told her I didn't mean it as an insult, I just meant that the night wasn't ruined by where we sat, so stressing about the table wasn't worth it. She said she didn't understand why she was the one being called difficult when she was the one who got let down. At that point I realized she was more hurt than annoyed, so I apologized and let it go. Now we're planning another date night soon, and for some reason the conversation popped back into my head. So I figured I'd ask. Am I the A.H for telling my wife not to be difficult about the seating?